Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to Middle-Aged Kiwi Man collecting Star Wars figures. Today another box of figures arrived, again from toyco.co.nz. Shout out again to Kiwi Jedi 420 for giving me the heads up on the sale and the fact that the new wave was in stock. Really appreciate that. I'll show you in a sec what I got, but before we do that, I just want to highlight this one, VC107 Weequay. This is the reissue of VC107 Weequay from the first edition of the Vintage Collection. Ages and ages ago on my YouTube channel I made a video about how hard this was to get, so this is an awesome repack from Hasbro. Also a quick shout out to Chris from Bantha Skull, because when I finally got my mitts on one of these, an unpunched one from the first edition of Vintage Collection, Chris commented and said do not open it, so he must have known this was coming. Really excited to finally open up one and get it on my skiff. Righto, here are all my Weequays. So we'll just have a look at this one first. This is my actual vintage unpunched 77 back. Really stoked to get that one. Carded, really happy. And there's my loose vintage Weequay. Oh, he's not really holding that properly. There we go. That's better. Got my Power of the Force 2 Weequay, which I've had since 97, 98, whenever he came out, and he has been on my skiff for a long, long time. Here is my Vintage Collection 1.0 Weequay. I'll just move up slightly. Again, you can see unpunched. On the back there, and they used to do it right. And then, Mr. Only One Kenobi, a little bit of variancy. The new one with the Return of the Jedi logo at the top there. I think the card back is a little bit crisper. And anyway, this one's going to be opened up. Again, VC107, but with the latest figures on the back there. So yeah, just wanted to show that because those are all my Weequays. Very quickly, these are the other figures that arrived in the box today. And as you can see, both Return of the Jedi 40th. And we got this new Han Solo Endor, which I actually think looks pretty cool, and I love that card image. He's VC281, and my man Vader. Vader is one of my favourite characters of all time, of any franchise, and that card back is also awesome. We know a lot about this base figure, but I'm going to do this in a separate review. He's VC280. Really nice to have these guys in the line, but this video is not about those guys. It's about this guy. And there he is on the right, released from his plastic prison. But first we'll just check out the Power of the Force 2 Weequay. The face sculpt is actually pretty cool. It's not bad, and I can still use him somewhere in my Jabba's palace, maybe at the back. And he can hold his weapon with two hands, which is pretty cool for his time. But this one is a massive upgrade, and have a look at his face sculpt. Loads of detail there. Check out those dreadlocks. And one thing they've done this time around is they've fixed the joints. So previously there were mismatched joints, I think, in the ankles and the knees and perhaps in the elbows even as well. So they've fixed that, but if you know this figure, it's got swivel hips, which, you know, was good for the time. It's not, you know, modern standards articulation, but he still looks awesome, and he is more than good enough to be on the prisoner skiff. He comes with the little, I call it the palace blaster, like the one that Luke Skywalker steals, and he comes with the vibro axe or vibro staff, whatever it's called, and it's got a bit of a sheen to it. I think it's been cast in sort of a glossy silver, so it looks like it's got a bit of a two-tone, but it doesn't really. It's just kind of a metallic one, but still better than this brown thing that came with Power of the Force 2, and I think he also came with an oversized brown E11 blaster, which was kind of weird. But anyway, we'll get him holding this and get him all posed up. And there he is. I think he looks fantastic, and I can't wait to chuck him on top of my skiff. And yeah, I've been waiting a long, long time to get a loose one of these to replace my Power of the Force 2 one on my skiff, so happy, happy days. With his added articulation, you can get him holding his vibro staff at sort of a steeper angle than you could with the Power of the Force 2 one. You only had one option, basically. Yeah, so he's going to look really cool on the skiff, so I'm just going to get him on there. Righto, there he is on the back of the prisoner skiff, and as you can see now, this wonderful Vintage Collection skiff is now filled pretty much with Vintage Collection figures, which is really awesome. There's only one guy missing, and of course that's Velkin Tazeri, and he's coming out later this year, thanks to John Miko from the Facebook group, Chris from Bantha Skull, the SWTVC guys, Tim from Boss Bounty, and all the others that helped campaign for him. Well done, guys. I'm really looking forward to adding him to the skiff later in the year. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.